Change of strategy for this race. I decided to qualify and promptly ended up in P1. I was lucky, it was a few thousandths of a second, but nevertheless it was P1. I have a good start, the car behind us has a good start too. Car in position 2 had a bad start, and now I'm under pressure from the car behind. I am cautious on these cold tires. If you know of any good resources on how to practice exclusively with cold tires, do let me know. I'd like to get better on lap 1, and all the laps in fact. So one car overtakes me, 2 cars overtake me, that compromises my run down this road here, the straight, and now I've got another car on the left. Now I can't get into the left-hand turn here as well, and I'm being overtaken by multiple cars that just keep coming. Cold tire confidence is really what I'm lacking on this particular point here. But clearly the car does have more to give, as evident by these other cars that are just overtaking me. I'm now in P5, so far so good. We still see the cars in front of us. Nobody's made a mistake, surprisingly, so that's always very interesting in the rookie Mazdas. But we try to stay with the cars ahead and pull away from the cars behind. That's the goal for now. Another lap, another chance to overtake the cars ahead, hopefully. The fortunate thing is that we still see all the cars ahead of us. Even though we're in P5, we can still see all the other 4 cars in front of us. So there's still hope that we can overtake them, especially because my qualifying times were pretty good. But for that I also need the others to make a mistake, and for me to get lucky, as well as to be in laps, in turns where I have the confidence to actually make a move on them while they make a mistake. So a lot of factors have to come together here for me to make up some positions. The important thing is that we are staying with the group ahead and that we're slowly pulling away from the car behind. Staying close to the cars ahead is the goal, so that in case there is any mistake from any of the cars, we can take advantage of it. Going a little bit too much over the curb, but that's okay. We're staying with the cars, we're not going off track, and our lap times are going to get better and better. In the previous season, my lap time was about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, maybe even 3 seconds slower than currently. So there's an improvement, a surprising improvement. I'm always fascinated by how much faster I'm getting compared to the last season, which was my first season. I've been at this since August, so a couple of months of progress are going quite nicely. Again, just like before, another lap, another chance. I'm a little bit too far behind, but I do want to poke my nose in. Just want to make sure that A, I can see all the other cars in front of me still, so we're not too far behind. And 2, I wanted to unsettle the green car ahead of me, but that has just led me to overshoot my braking point and not apply the brakes correctly either, so now I've fallen behind again. But that just means we have to use our driving skills and catch up to the cars ahead. I like this turn going through here. I think I could go through here a little bit faster, but it's an improvement compared to last season, so I'm happy with it. Same thing with this. Finally understand how to go through here somewhat reasonably. The hairpin, I think this is called a hairpin here, is going sometimes good, sometimes not so good, so there's lots of things to improve and practice on, of course, but small improvements are the key. I love it. Always trying to improve things. It's fantastic. Because of my little mistake in turn 1, the red car has caught up to us, and now they're staying with us. As much as I've improved going through this last turn here, it's still a little bit unnerving and unsettling, but I do want to run out onto the left-hand side over the curb as much as possible without getting an off track. So that's something I've been practicing on and working on, and it does seem to be paying off a little bit. We can still see the cars ahead of us. All of the cars ahead of us are still visible, so we are staying somewhat close together. But what also is great about iRacing is that they do match you up with drivers who are approximately in the same skill set, which allows for usually tight racing. But in this case, we are very well matched and nobody's making any moves. So it would seem somebody's gone into the gravel a little bit. Dust cloud. I'm too far behind this green car to make an actual lunge into this bottom of the corner here, but we are trying to stay with them, trying to take the corner a little bit tighter in order to gain a little bit of distance on them. This turn here, not sure how far I should be going out before going back in onto the right, but it's working somewhat. Nobody's overtaken me yet from the last couple of laps, and I'm still staying with the green car ahead. These well-matched races are actually quite enjoyable. They allow me to focus on hitting my braking points and acceleration points consistently. There's not too much pressure from behind, not too much pressure from the front, but at least there is some pressure from these cars around us. It's allowing us to practice all these things under a little bit of pressure, but without too much danger as well. Too far to the left here, missed the braking or did not apply the brakes correctly, and I overshot it. That happens, again, more time to practice, consistently going through these turns. I'm fairly new to iRacing. I still consider myself a rookie. I've got a D-Class license. I think I should have been able to get a C-Class license if I had driven in a different series, but I kept driving in the Mazda Rookie series because I really enjoyed it. I enjoy the car. Next season I'm going to venture out into GT4 cars. I've already been practicing with them. I'm still perhaps not yet ready to go into the real world with real humans, so AI races might be the way to go for me for another couple of weeks before I have the confidence to not crash into other people as much as possible, trying to avoid others. That's usually the goal for me. Now, if you like this kind of content, please hit the like and subscribe button, and you can follow me along on my journey through iRacing. My goal is to document my journey through iRacing as I progress, both in driving and in making videos. I will of course continue making full race recaps because I think they benefit me from analyzing my own racing, but I will also add additional types of videos, styles of videos, highlighted shorter reels, comparisons as I progress and have more competence and actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to driving. As you can tell, my lap times are still not optimal, and there's still a lot to progress and a lot to improve on, so follow along on that journey. Glad to have you on board. That green car in front of us is going through here quite nicely. That dust cloud did distract me. That's another thing I need to work on. I'm not being distracted by these external things. Same thing with having cars too close in front of me. I sometimes get distracted, and then I make the same mistakes when they make a mistake, and I follow their line rather than hitting my own braking points. So that's something to keep on working on. I don't think I'm supposed to be hitting the curbs on the inside here as much as I am. I'm avoiding the one on the left because that's usually on the side of the car. But I don't think I'm supposed to hit these curbs as much as I was before. Though I did learn from another YouTuber as well that the curbs do give you an indication of which way the track is going to turn. So that's always helpful. And also an indication of roughly where you should place the car. So I'm trying to maximize the track here by going over the curb as much as I dare before hitting the gravel pit in the grass again. The front runners are slowly pulling away, the green car is slowly pulling away, the red car is catching up. So I've got to put my head down and focus a bit more. I really started to like this left-hand turn coming up here. This one, I love it. I do get it wrong sometimes, but I think I am improving on it. I really enjoy just taking the foot off the accelerator, getting into the turn, and then pushing back on the accelerator. Same with this right turn here, also quite nice. Also let me know in the comments your strategy for learning a new car. I'm currently learning the GT4 car. The Porsche in particular, so that's one I want to drive, so I'm going to put in some time and effort to learn how to drive that one. Some people say it's not the optimal car to learn and move on to, but I do want to learn that one. Same with the BMW, I'm learning that one as well for keeping in the Rookie series. And one of the other things I heard, and love your comments and feedback on that, is to pick a track that you're familiar with, that you enjoy, that is providing you multiple different features when you're learning a new car. We've got a back marker here in front of us now that is going to be very nice and very predictable, allowing us to go around them. I think they probably lifted a little bit to let us go past them, which is very nice, very predictable, love it. And now we are going to go through turn 1, sticking with the car in green. The back marker, we were lucky to catch them on the straight, so we had an easy time going around them. The red car that had caught up to us is now catching up to the back marker in these curvy sections, which makes it a bit harder for them to go around them, and that increases the distance between me and them, giving me a little bit more safety from them. Even though I don't think they were going to catch up with us, now that that back marker is slowing them down a bit, unfortunately for them, we are gaining a bit of security here, and we can focus on the green car ahead and just hitting the braking points and acceleration points consistently. Anyways, what I was saying earlier with learning a new car and the advice of picking a track. I think this track here is quite nice. It's short enough, has a lot of turns in both directions, left and right. It has some inclines and declines, some braking on the decline, some crests to go over. So yeah, plus I don't own Barcelona or Nürburgring. I do own Nürburgring, but it's quite long. So if I make a mistake, it takes a while to get around to that same corner again. Although I could use the active reset button as well for sure. What's your strategy for owning a new car? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback on how you optimize learning new cars. Last lap of this race, the green car ahead of us has proven to be a formidable adversary. They're not making a mistake, and the only way I can get around them is if they were to make a mistake. They're consistently in front of us, they're keeping the distance roughly the same. Sometimes they're further ahead, sometimes they're closer, but we're roughly evenly matched here, so unless they're making a major mistake, I don't think we're going to get around them, and that's okay. The key element here is for me to hit my braking points consistently, to not make any major mistakes, and to pick up my driving skills and practice them slowly and incrementally, getting better. Plus, finishing the race now allows me to get a couple of points in iRating, because I'm going to finish in P5, and then I'm also going to get a little bit of an increase in safety rating. Well, except now I did probably go off track here and did get an off track, so gotta keep it together on this last lap. Final turn, we can relax, letting the car pull ahead. We're not needing to rush through here, and we finish in P5. That's the end of the race. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to follow along on my journey through iRacing, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll have weekly race recaps as well as other contents, highlights, shorter race recaps. And then as I progress through iRacing, I will show you different kinds of videos in terms of my thought process and progress in different driving tactics and strategies, driving techniques as well in iRacing. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.